Hello everyone, I'm Greg Otto here with FedScoop, and we're at the Adobe Digital Government Assembly today, and I'm here with the Director of FedRAMP, Matt Goodrich. Matt, thanks for taking some time out to talk with us today.
Absolutely, thanks for chatting with me.
So, Matt, talk to me about the progress that the government is making with its digital initiatives. Do you think they're keeping up with the private sector? Is it taking too long? Talk to me a little bit about that.
So I think the administration's done some great things to enable the progress for digital services, particularly with the government. I mean, I think anytime you have an enterprise the size of the government, I mean, actually we're multiple enterprises, right? We have multiple agencies, but then we have a cohesive government. But the administration's really enabled it through the 25-point plan to really sort of allow for more types of IT and focused on those types of IT like cloud, then also the digital government strategy. So I think if you look at specifically the agency I work at, GSA, we've done some really awesome things enabling digital services. So if you look at 18F and putting all the open source code builds and things like that up on GitHub so that our agencies can reuse it, or the mobile app development program, where agencies can go and figure out how to develop mobile apps to reach their citizens greater and new ways, as well as how to have their mobile websites or their websites be more mobile friendly. Or even the managed mobility program that we have that allows agencies internally to have their federal workforce actually have those mobile apps managed well on their devices, have the same level of security, but be able to have and do work wherever they are with whatever device they have.
Okay, great. And where do you think that private industry could help out more?
So I think at the end of the day, government and industry, we want the same thing, right? We want the newest and the latest. We want to be able to do business in the same way, in the newest way, and the greatest way. But I think there's some distinct issues that the government has because we have certain laws and regulations and policy initiatives that we need to maintain, and we have a different view of our data. Sometimes because of that law, but sometimes because of the protections that we need to have around that. So really having, the digital innovations leads to a different way to consume IT, and different ways to look at that IT, but making sure that industry still understands the intent of what we have to do at the federal government to protect that data, to keep the right privacy around that data and things like that. So continuing that partnership to see that we both want the same goal. We want the same sort of IT, we want those digital innovations, but making sure we can still meet the requirements we have around our own data with the security and privacy.
Talking about security and privacy, the three themes of the Assembly today are secure, efficient, and engaged. With those three themes in mind, where do you think the government is best leveraging those three themes?
So I think the fundamentals of IT are the same, whether, it's all ones and zeros, right? And so if you look at whether it was the old mainframe server technology or distributed computing, then client server, and now as we start to look at moving more effectively into cloud environments, looking at these digital innovations, future looking at Internet of Things, really seeing that what we're looking at is a different consumption model and a different delivery model. And as we look at that across the government, looking at the different enterprises that we have and how those enterprises interact well together, but seeing how we are able to effectively leverage that consumption model and that new delivery model so that we can be anywhere on any device and do the same type of work, but making sure that we're doing it effectively so that we can grow to have a truly cohesive architecture across not only our own enterprise within our own agency, but across the federal government.
Okay. So as FedRAMP director, you get to see kind of a 30,000-foot view of the way the government is leveraging cloud and all the technologies that go into cloud. Mm-hmm. Where do you see the best use of current technology across the federal government?
I think best use of current technology. I think the government itself is doing a really good job of making sure that we look back at, specifically, if you look at mobile computing or cloud computing, at the end of the day, we're talking about computing. So looking at how we're going back and then, like I said, the 25-point plan, allowing agencies to go back and look at their IT and their computing and create a unified structure for how we're actually looking at the consumption model of doing all the IT across the enterprise. So I think with the data center consolidation initiative, cloud computing push, now all these digital innovation strategies, re-looking at our enterprises and how they interact internally to our agency, but across the federal government as well.
Great, great. Matt, thanks for taking some time out to talk with us today. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
You can look at all of our videos on our YouTube channel or at FedScoop TV. My name is Greg Otto. Thanks for watching.